This is Marcy Anderson with a fishing report for Southeast Kentucky. On Lake Cumberland, water temperatures are in the mid-60s and lake levels are back on the rise after recent rains. Anglers have been having success catching striped bass using shad, so try targeting the main lake and midway up the major creeks, fishing from the surface down to 30 feet for your best chance at catching one. On the Cumberland tailwater, flows have been variable, which has provided better opportunities for anglers to get on the water. Dead shad and minnows have been productive for trout on the tailwater as of late. Don't overlook the tailwater for your chance to catch some nice striped bass and walleye during this time of year. Be sure to check out the generation schedule online to help plan your trip to avoid getting caught in rising water. On Dale Hollow, anglers have been having a fair amount of success catching black bass. Fishing live baits and swim baits has been producing some nice smallmouth. Try targeting main lake points and flats in 10 to 15 feet of water for them. Largemouth bass are up in the creeks around woody structure and have been hitting on soft plastics. Also been hearing some reports of walleye being caught on jerkbaits at night on Dale Hollow Lake and Laurel River Lake. Hope you can find some time to get out on the water. Be safe and good luck.
This is Jeremy Shiflett with a fishing update from the Northwest Fisheries District. Nolin River Lake is approximately 2 feet above summer pool and will be slowly dropping, pending rain coming on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. The lake has been in the low to mid 60s and mostly clear prior to the weekend rain. Fishing has been very good of late. The crappie bite has definitely slowed just a bit as some fish have spawned and moved offshore into the 10 to 15 foot depth range on brush. Others are still holding a bit shallow in the 2 to 4 foot of water range near brush and laydowns, using 1/16 to 1/8 ounce jig heads with tubes in pearl, red, chartreuse, black, or a combination of those colors has been working well. Bass are biting all kinds of baits. Finesse baits and Ned rigs have been catching spotted bass on chunk rock banks. Largemouth bass are hitting spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, swim baits, and other soft plastics. White bass are chasing shad in the creeks in the main lake pockets. Small crankbaits and white curly-tail grubs have been working well. Bank anglers have also been picking up some white bass using leadhead jigs with paddle-tail shad. Ruff River Lake is about 2.5 feet above summer pool and should be holding or slightly falling this week depending on the rain. The lake is stained and in the mid-60s. Crappie and bass fishing is similar to Nolin. The crappie bite has slowed as most fish have spawned and moved offshore, so target brush 8 to 15 feet deep with jigs and minnows. Bass are hitting a variety of baits 4 to 15 feet deep depending on time of day and weather. The hybrid striped bass are all over the place. Some are still moving back downstream from their fall spawning run. Others are chasing bait in the creeks and on long main lake points. Swim baits and rattle traps are great for open water, and night crawlers, chicken liver, live crawfish fished on the bottom near the beaches or Evilly boat ramp area work well also. At the smaller state lakes, bass are hitting plastics, shallow running crankbaits and spinnerbaits in 4 to 8 feet of water near large rocks or woody structure. Crappie are still hitting jigs and minnows hard in 6 to 10 feet of water near brush. Tube jigs in pearl, red, black, or chartreuse are good choices. Bluegill and red ear sunfish are biting well on redworms, waxworms, and bits of night crawler under a bobber in 2 to 6 feet of water. Channel catfish are biting night crawlers, chicken liver, shrimp, and crickets as well in these small state-owned lakes. Catfish and white bass are being caught on the Green River prior to this rain. It will likely slow down a bit, but look for things to pick back up this weekend and the beginning of next week as the water levels drop back out. Target blues and flatheads with cut bluegill or skipjack a few feet off the bottom, and white bass with rattle traps, leadhead jigs with curly-tail grubs, chicken liver, or live crawfish near locking dams and tributary mouths. Remember to be respectful of those around you as we social distance and continue to do our part to keep everyone safe and healthy. And remember to wear your life jacket as conditions are changing and weather has been coming in and being fairly unpredictable. Good luck and be safe out there.